You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. So you on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon today. I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Grace's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. So, what are we going to do? About drinks. I can get one later, I suppose. Even though Grace is trying to keep things light, I can tell her heart isn't in it. It's not a time for jokes. About your condition. About you avoiding your sister. It's nothing. It's fine. And I'll be fine, Malcolm. It's something. It may be for you and Marion. Grace sets her food down and looks at me in earnest. But it's not a problem. I like it. It doesn't hurt and it helps me swim better. The fin gives me ballast. The scales provide warmth. My new webbed toes aid with movement. Maybe it's a blessing. God works in mysterious ways. That's what Pastor keeps telling us anyway. I freeze. Wait. Back up. Fin? Well, sure. Huh. Grace proceeds to turn around and hike up her dress. A thin skin flap floats down her lower back. I can't help but reach for it. She allows me to stroke the protruding fluke. As I do, I notice its rigidity. Its ability to move at will, and that it's grown with each touch. Oh, shit. What began as a few inches long is now doubled in size. Oh my, it's getting bigger! That's pure magic it is! She turns her head and plants a kiss on my forehead. Her cavalier attitude is too much. How could you be treating this so nonchalantly? Grace, this is not normal. Are you kidding? This is a dream! The water is home to me. I'm becoming a part of the sea. I love it. Becoming part of the sea? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? Grace stops talking to touch her arms. Malcolm, look. It's not dry and red. It's staying scaly. I'm meant to be like this. I just know it. Oh, I've wanted this for so long. This is my escape, my destiny. I've willed this to happen. Magic, truly magic. No, it's insanity. You're not a sea creature. You're a woman. This needs to change. You need medical care. Grace turns and pulls her dress back down to cover herself. She proceeds to give me a look that would startle an enemy combatant from 5 ells off. No, absolutely not. I don't want to go back to the way I was. Please, Malcolm, understand, please. I don't understand, though. None of this is right. She needs help. Grace, you can't possibly think this is safe or healthy. It doesn't matter to me, Malcolm. I've never felt so alive. Let me bask in it a bit longer. My nightmare creeps back into my head. How could she want to become inhuman? When I felt my body transform into a stag, I felt like I was losing all control. She doesn't, somehow. Alright, say you're right. What if you turned completely into a fish, a mermaid, a sea monster? Grace, think of the consequences. Instead of shock and horror, Grace's smile is getting bigger. Malcolm, you're being irrational. Can't you see that I'm happy? I'm not burned at all by this. A mermaid? Why, that would be spectacular. You're just like Marion, worrying over nothing. Oh my god. Oh, that is so good. Oh, that water is so refreshing. Oh, 1 second. Oh god, might have a hiccup. Oh god. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Carbonation get you. I would argue this is not nothing, and I share a little in common with Marion other than a deep concern for you. You're telling me you care, but do you? Aren't you happy that I'm happy? I'm glad that you're taking this so well, yes, but would you prefer me treat it with the serious... I'd prefer you treat it with the seriousness it deserves. I assure you I am. I have always been an outcast, especially in my own house, but now... Grace looks out on the crashing waves. Now that I have a chance to live in my true home, do you think I'd risk losing it all by going back? You're sadly mistaken. What about your sisters? What about me? She gives me a sympathetic look, but I can tell her mind is made up. All I've ever wanted is to be left alone. Now, more than ever. The words hit me as cold as the waters of the loch. The waters that Grace had kept me warm in. Just 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. I'm still struggling to comprehend what happened between us yesterday. Our intimacy in the grotto may have meant more than either one of us can admit. But I thought we had a connection. Yesterday. It was a lark. I disagree. I don't believe that, neither do you. You believe it was more than a soldier returning from war, taking advantage of a sensational opportunity. Grace replies with a patented smirk, and pleased to see her coy side again. Yes, that. I want to mention what Marion told me, about how I could possibly be the only one who understands Grace, but I don't want to break anyone's trust. Your friendship means more to me than I can express, Grace. Having only been back home for a few days, I already feel like I can start to readjust, live my life again. I hope that doesn't sound too dramatic. No, I've heard dramatic. You're being honest. That's what I like about you. So, is there... I pause, not knowing how to ask if there will be another grotto visit in our future. Do I even want that? Perhaps we both need some space, at least until she recovers. Spit it out, Malcolm. Is there any chance you'll concede that I mean more to you than the seaweed? Than the seaweed? Yes. And the open seas? I just don't know, Malcolm. I take her hand in mine, feeling around between her fingers. Sure enough, webbing has begun in between each digit there as well. I'm fearful, not only because I don't know what's happening to her, but because, Grace, I don't want to lose you to the sea. Grace doesn't respond. Instead, she drops my hands and plays with the buttons on the front of her dress. When she looks up, there are tears in her eyes. I'm not yours to lose, Malcolm. My heart drops. I understand her. I believe her. I just need to assure her that I'm not here to control her. Very well. I respect you, Grace, so I will do as you say. But please, please, tell me if things get worse. If you struggle or start to feel ill or have any pain, I need to know you're safe. Grace is nodding. I hesitate, but decide to say something that perhaps I shouldn't. Grace, Marion loves you as a sister, even as a mother. I care about you in a very different way. Know that. Instead of confirmation, I receive a hug, kiss, and a brief silence. Once she does speak, the surf makes her barely audible. Malcolm, I hate to say this to you, but it'd be best if you leave me be, just for a while. Tell Marion I'm safe. I'll come home soon. I won't abandon her like Jessie. Assure her. I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe me either. When I leave, I won't do it out of the blue. That I promise. I'm holding you to that, Grace. Neither your sister nor I want you to disappear. The new empty jars from her meal clink as I slowly pack up. She eyes the basket and turns to me. Well... I can't tell if the pained look on her face is genuine or in good humour. I suppose it wouldn't be the end of the world if we had another meal together. Just the two of us if you want. I do like you, Malcolm. A lot. You do? Which is why you should know. What is it? I prefer perch over sardines. Oh. We both laugh and Grace pulls me into an embrace. For a moment it makes me feel as she does. Safe. Knowing that everything will be alright. I ache for that feeling to linger, but she pulls herself away. I'll see you soon, Grace, whether you like it or not. Don't worry, Malcolm. I'll like it. I gather my things and leave, with my heart at once full but breaking. Being indebted to Marion's well-being, I make a detour back to her home to give her an update and return her basket. I knock lightly and let myself in. Marion is still at the table, needle and thread in hand. Looks as though she's mending the quilt. Hello, Marion? She smiles. Her eyes are glazed, and I assume she's taken to the strong tea. Oh, Malcolm! Do come in. Is Grace with you? Oh! My goodness. That's some good stuff right there. Okay. No. She assures me she will return soon. Marion's face drops. Oh, I'm not surprised. Please don't worry. Grace truly is alright. She just needs some time to herself. Marion sips her spiked tea and snorts. Half her life is spent alone. How much more time could she need? I take the cup from Marion's hand. She eye-rolls me. I start to set it down and decide to down the rest of the tea myself. The burn in my throat confirms that the tea is long gone, replaced with straight whiskey. At least it's keeping Marion calm. You're right. She's definitely a finicky girl. Tell me, Marion. I pour another shot into the teacup and down it before asking. My nerves and patience are rattled. This might come out the wrong way, but there's no easy way to put it. You think Grace feels loved? Marion's eyes stare through me. Why would you ask that, Malcolm? It's just, well, simply put, Grace very much wants to escape her life here. I understand why Jessie left, I do. She has aspirations and wants some action in her life. But Grace, I just don't entirely see why she's running from everyone, everything, all the time, just wanting to be alone. My mind returns to the hillside yesterday, where I opened up to Grace and she to me. Perhaps I understand better than I let on, but does Marion? I feel like I should be offended. I love Grace with all my heart as I do Jessie, but... Marion's concentration appears to drift off before returning solemnly. Grace blames herself for things that we do not. I don't know how she sees the world. I know that I only know what I witness. She's isolated to the point of sadness. Beyond somebody remarks, I, to this day, don't know how to make her smile. Grace thinks she... how do I say it? She mentioned your mother. Yes, she thinks that it's her burden to bear. It's not. It never was. Have you told her that? Probably not often enough. She and Jessie have always been closer. I know Jessie had tried to assure her she is wanted, loved. I'm just, well... I say I'm too busy, but truly I'm too scared. Talking to her is a challenge. I never know where the conversation will go. Never know if she's truly listening. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm making sense. I've enjoyed the whiskey quite a bit this afternoon. I realize this must be draining for Marion, having to discuss personal matters with a relative stranger. We may be neighbours and friends, but she and I are hardly confidants. I just want Grace and you to be happy. I wish that for all my friends and family. Right now, Grace is a bit traumatised, most likely from Jessie leaving. And a fin the size of a dolphin, I think to myself. She'll come around. I only hope she seeks the comfort of home instead of solitude. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!